Good evening. This is chapter 61. And this is I'm trying to set you up so you'll actually try to think through the problems that we're facing on this trek to Ukab. And so the title of it is, okay, let's all think like bush warriors. Let's think it through together. What causes the basic physical tensions in each of us? Hunger, thirst, need for sleep, temperature control, and elimination of waste are the most important and absolutely necessary for personal survival anywhere in the world. When two or more of us are gathered together, a plan must be made if gender, age, or physical condition is a problem for anyone. This principle of necessity operates as the first logical set of exceptions to be exempted from in the equality of the distribution of work or task allotment system in any organization. Now that's a long sentence. It means the weak have to be considered. Now add to this fiery mix unfamiliarity with the territory, confusion over language, unfamiliar social boundaries, and add in a strictly confined living space, a limited food supply, no leadership or direction, and see what this does for creating total social and political chaos. I loved it. After a few long, dull days, they actually thought they were actually free. They commented about it over and over at our first dinner hour. How wonderful it was to be away from responsibility. No one seemed to notice from the very beginning. A sense of new order was being organized and enforced by our cook, and chores for cleaning up afterwards were being assigned by him. He was an instinctive leader masquerading as a bully. He loved the job. He was good at it. He made an effort to please everyone as much as possible without complaint. And best of all, he drove Heinz absolutely nuts with his constant stream of orders, to the quiet pleasure of the rest of us and the group. Andrew and several others brought guitars. The music at the first sunfall with the banked campfire smoke and smells was very romantic and smolderingly delicious. We joked around, we told stories about each other, and I gave a zazen session to relax the fears of those not used to the bush sounds. Me, of course, being an old salt by now, because I did 10 days alone. We agreed to settle down for the night. I hated to say goodnight to my dear little Danielle. She would never get over that really stupid trick I pulled on her on behalf of my idealism about fairness. But I knew damn well not to mix my sex life into this already smoldering chaos, married or not. I awoke the next morning smelling the last embers of my dying campfire and sat up just in time to see all of them in single file through the trees, trekking down the Ukab dry riverbed elephant walk, all laughing and joking and pushing each other around like a real proper family. Johannes and Andrew in the front of the line. Hoorah! Things went well for the first couple of days. Everyone was relaxing from the civilization they left behind. I had no idea I was introducing actual Africans to actual Africa. They loved the outdoors, the primitive digs, and they started getting into it. On the fourth day, Andrew came up to my campfire early in the morning. "Sensei, we're running out of food." I said, "Good. The trek starts today. Go back and call a meeting and figure it out." Now they're going to grow up. I walked to the corral a few hours later and was stunned to see them all working at some job, collecting wood, some carrying water, some taking inventory, and the ladies sharing the recipes with the cook to stretch the compatibles. And it was love your neighbor heaven. Heinz was playing his guitar. Andrew ordered him to, so he would be out of the way and quiet while the others did work. They were an actual team now, no longer a fake family as a temporary psychic defense, but a true tribal team with a true pecking order and specific roles and tasks for each to show their own personal worth within the pecking order. Even the little wee ones had a job, taking care of Danielle. That was a wink, that's what we told them. The little kids, they had to take care of Danielle. That's what they were told by their mom and everybody else. While Mom took a well-deserved break. They were awesome together, and it only took 4 days to bond through a principle called necessity. What will keep them bonded emotionally? Nothing, except the threat of extinction of the tribe. When a bonded tribal member senses threat, that person reacts the same as a flock of birds, which all seem to go into the air at the exact same instant, in the exact same direction, knowing their instinct. That's the exact proper direction and distance to keep away from each other, so as not to get separated or lost, and also so as not to be too close to each other to extinguish each other's allotted space and energy. Never be so late as you will not be able to escape within the unit. With their newly found unconscious tribal survival instincts, this tribe will be able to survive any surprise attack from any direction. They are now bonded as one. Chess tournament games began to fill all the boring afternoons. Naps were coordinated. Trips to the quarry for swimming were arranged. Cooking assistants volunteered in preparing stuff for the cook. Showers were coordinated. Toilets were cleaned. Things were coming together. They were surviving as a tribe. The village government instruction projects were going great guns. More, begged Johannes. Then on the 7th day, we had our first real tribal threat.